Brilliant. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone from all over the world. I'm Anna from Taiwan Tourism Bureau. I would like to welcome all of my friends, partners, and all the people from all over the world today to join us on our episode of our webinar series in this morning in London. So today we are very honored that two of our best partners who experience and specialize in railway tourism from Taiwan could join us today. The first one I would like to introduce you, the Anthony, the director of the Royal European Travel. Anthony, would you like to say hello to people?
Hi, everyone. Yes, hi, everyone. How are you?
Kuman.
Okay. And the other side is the Ron is the assistant manager of Allison Travel Service, and she is with Paul, Dennis, and Claire in this room.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Hello.
We are from Taipei. Nice to meet you.
Brilliant. So both of our partners will have around 20 minutes to share their latest products or information about Taiwan Railways tours. And of course, we are going to have the Q&A section after their presentation. Before we start, I would like to introduce you the director of the Taiwan Tourism Bureau London office, Sylvia.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sylvia Lee. Welcome to join today's webinar. Today's topic is railway. Taiwan has a good rail infrastructures from train, high-speed rail, metro, underground to light rail transit. People can travel Taiwan by rail system easily. Now I will pass to Anna, and she will introduce the present situation in Taiwan. Anna.
Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, so in past days, Taiwan has experienced a great changes and start really facing this pandemic in a way we've never been to. So I would like to take a few minutes to introduce about Taiwan and the situation in this island right now. And because we believe the first-hand information from our side is always better than the news on the telly. So here we go. Okay. So I believe some of our friends is quite familiar with this slides already. So we are going to start from here. Okay. Taiwan, we have another name which more famous is the Formosa on the world map. And we are very honored to be chosen by Agoda and Booking.com as a top search travel destination in 2020 and the best leisure destination in Asia in 2018 as well. And these are all depends on our brilliant railway systems. Okay, here's a little bit introduction about our country. So you can see Taiwan is quite nearby the Japan, South Korea, and Philippines. We're in the middle of them. So if you know about this country, how come you don't know Taiwan? How come you can't send your client to Taiwan in the future? So if anyone asking about East Asia, Taiwan is the only one place you can never miss. So Taiwan, apparently we're in East Asia and we have the 8-hour time difference. During the summer, we only have 7 hours time difference. That's why our partner from Taiwan can join us in this nice morning. And most of people are speaking Mandarin, Taiwanese, and over 70% of people can speak English. So in Taiwan, there was no visa required if you hold in a UK passport before the pandemic. And we are pretty sure that after the pandemic, this will be the same. And the flight time to Taiwan is only take you 13 to 16 hours to get to Taiwan. And I would like to update you a little bit more about the present situation in Taiwan right now. At the left-hand side is our timeline from the day one of the pandemic started in the world. So a lot of people ask us, how come Taiwan doing this so great? And what's going on in Taiwan right now? So you can see our system, our projects was all started from the January from last year, from 2020 until now, until last Friday. So our national prevention measures started from last Friday, started from this week, and our schools, our leisure and entertainment venues and other places were closed from this week for 14 days. But still, I think we are the only one that our GDP and our domestic travel keep growing in 2020. And this is the latest number in Taiwan. You can see our total number from the day one of the pandemic start is 2,260 and only got 14 deaths. 2 of them is from yesterday's data. And as you can see, this kind of number is not so high to British people over here because British people got an average number of the positive cases around 2,000. But as you can see, we got 200 cases yesterday. So it's quite a high number for Taiwanese right now. And this is why we start our restriction level in Taipei and New Taipei City. So it's not for the whole country, it's for 2 of our biggest cities. So we only do the alert level instead of the lockdown during this pandemic, and we're pretty sure this will be ended in 2 weeks. So this is some updated news from the Taiwan side, and we'll keep updated from our social medias or from our website, of course, during our webinars. So if you need to get some news or if you have any concern or questions about the pandemic in Taiwan, you can contact with us directly. So yeah, let's finish this dark side of Taiwan's tourism. So let's have some news from the railway travel in Taiwan right now. So Anthony, I think it's your turn to introduce our latest products in Taiwan. Oh, you're on mute.
Anthony, you are mute.
Anthony. You're still on mute.
按了你看，会有声音没有？会有声音。
Okay.
Brilliant. You're back.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. And you can start sharing your presentation.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Hold on, not yet. It's not here yet. No. No.
Yes. Okay, can you see my screen now?
No,
No.
not yet.
Mm.
Hang on a second.
Let's see.
See the screen.
Oh, Antonio disappeared.
No.
He's back.
Okay, he's back. Mhm.
Okay, let me try again.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see the screen now.
Yes. But your voice is a little bit low, so. And during the presentation, I would like to ask you to turn off the microphone off. If you have any questions to our panelists, you can put in the chat box or waiting for the Q&A section after presentation, please. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, so good morning, everyone. This is Anthony from Royal European Travel. It's a pleasure to be invited by the Taiwan Travel Bureau to make this presentation to you. We are in the special moment of resuming the international travel, which most of the travel firms has long been waiting for. There were more than 5,000 British sun seekers went on board to the sunny Portugal yesterday. Figure must be more than double from today. And Taiwan is a country full of sunny spells. And find the treasure island to British. This is a sunrise. This is sunrise of Taiwan. Can you see on the screen? And now let me introduce what's our company do. And we have the business scope, which covers the group tours, incentive and personal, VIP, corporate travels, FIT, inbound and outbound, student and school trips, and language trips for educational trips. And below is we can do all combination of the rail tour. For example, this one I'm showing on the screen is the typical rail tour. We start of 10 days. And day one, we welcome our guests from the airport pickup. Then on the day two, after airport pickup, then check into the hotel. On the day two, we start our tour, city tour in Taipei, and have a look in Taipei and taste the local delicacy.
Oh,
and
Anthony.
After that,
we can't hear you again.
Yes. You cannot hear again?
You put on mute again.
Can you hear me now? Well, in fact, I didn't touch anything. Let me have a look. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Anthony, this is Ron. I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you. I'm fine.
You're on mute.
You can hear me now.
We can hear you now.
Okay. So should I carry on? Okay. So let me carry on with the introduction. So let's start from the day one. We will actually have our chauffeur pick up the client from the airport to the hotel. And on the day two, the city tour of the capital, we won't be able to So on the day two, we have the city tour and hotel in the Taipei. And the guest will look around Taipei, and we take them for the sightseeing. And then it's good. We will go back to the hotel in the evening. On the day three, we start our high-speed train journey. You can see on the left top corner of the high-speed train. And after that, we are going to take our guests to the high-speed train station and head to Tainan. And the train will take about 1 hour and 45.
We lost him again. maybe, or Ron, would you please go first, and we let Anthony back later?
Okay, well,
Is that work for you?
Okay. Yeah, it's okay for me.
Brilliant.
you can go do
I can
that.
go first.
Sorry, guys.
We walk up to
So
the park.
we bring Anthony back later. So Ron, you go first, please.
Okay. Can you hear me? Oops.
Yes, it's perfect. It's perfect.
It's work?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for taking your time out and being here today. My name is Ron from Edison Travel. And today there's two joiners from my company, Mr. Paul. He already said hello to everyone. And Dennis.
Hello again.
Hello again. Dennis also want to say hello to everyone. Hello, Dennis. Where are you? Well, it's fine. In today's presentation, I would like to talk about train travel in Taiwan. Before we start our topic, explore Taiwan by train. Okay, I would like to share with you something. I have learned the past years. 3 years ago, I have just started a brand new chapter of my life and become a mother. Before having a kid, I could not discover the charm of train and be crazy with it. Train travel was something very difficult and complicated to me. Every time when I received the inquiry about train travel from our clients, I was thinking of transporters and those difficult questions just bumped into my hand. And I think the information and the availability about taking steam train in Taiwan, what type of train ride could be included in the tour, and what if they want to travel by train only throughout their entire trip? Let's go next. When I become a mother, my son, this guy, changed my life and my mind, and the train began to play a big part in my life. It has become a good partner, not something difficult to hard to deal with. I realized that train travel is an enjoyable experience for everyone, not just for professionals. Train is never a difficult training again. Train is a part of our life. It's my life, in my life. So, and you can see it everywhere, not only in the train station, but also in the night markets, tourist attractions. Night market is here, tourist attractions, restaurants, TV shows, and you can see it everywhere. It enriches people's imagination and life. So when I start to get to know more about train travel and realize how important it is, I start to take a train tours and understood why people enjoy them. I started to read books and magazines about train tours and learn about the history of the place and where they go by. I enjoy it so much, and now I would like to share the helpful information to you guys. So that's start. I will say Taiwan is the heaven for train lovers. Why I say that? You can see the railway network on the right here. It covers almost everywhere you can see on the island, except the central mountain range area. Well, even though there's some few mountain area in here, Alishan can be reached by train. For example, Alishan, you see. So you can take the train from the ground level all the way to the mountain level. And on the left side, this one. This is the railway map that including Taiwan Railway, Taiwan High-Speed Railway, MRT Rail, and Light Rail. The network density is pretty high, and the scope of the system is wide. Next, to talk about the high density of Taiwan Railway network, I will say a successful project by government, which is Mile Taiwan 319 Township Passport. The passport was launched in 2001 and soon became very, very popular because people could collect the souvenir stamps from the train station or information center, where add more fun to their trip. At the time, there were 319 townships, and now the number has been increased to 368. So there are 226 Taiwan railway stations. So we learned that are 65% of townships can be reached by train. So if you also count the MRT station or Taiwan high-speed rail station, the number will be more than 368, which means some of the township can be reached by more than one public transportation. So with the case, we will know how interesting and how convenient to travel by train in Taiwan. Next, we'll talk about the geography of Taiwan and the history of the rail transportation in Taiwan. Geologically, the island of Taiwan was formed by our continent collision. The terrain in Taiwan is developed into two parts. The flat, here, this part, the flat and the gentle rolling hill in the west, where most of the population lives. And here, this part in the east, the forest, the rugged mountain gorges, and the rift valley in the east. Historically, the government built a railway to transport mineral and rural resources, such as coal mine, wood, sugar cane, and salt. The first railway in Taiwan was built in 1876 in Keelung, here, this way, this part. Yeah, and it's for built coal transportation. And many towns and cities were greatly developed and become rich because of the railway stations. And for example, Pingxi, and next page will say Pingxi. Pingxi is widely known for the world famous event, Pingxi Sky Lantern Festival. So you can see the photos, it's very beautiful. And this small town was developed because of the coal mine in the 1916s. Although coal mine has closed, Pingxi never lost its charm and became a very popular location for movie and the visitor. So if we look into the history, Pingxi has deeply linked with the railway and the benefit from it long since past. The coal transportation boosts the economy, and now the railway brings tourists into the area. Same for Shifen here, and the Jiufen. Both are popular among foreign and local tourists. Okay, to summarize, I would like to present today's topic, explore Taiwan by train with 3 parts. How do train connect people? How do train bring convenience to our life? And how do train affect the history? How do train connect people? Think about it. Who are the people traveling for holiday together? Most of people will say family and friends. Traveling by train is easy and comfortable to everyone in Taiwan. So you can see child, old people, and everyone. So no matter how old you are and what your proposal is, it fits everyone. Whether you're traveling in a group, or you're alone, it carries your memory, surprise, and emotion on your trip. So, what kind of service can train provide to you? Taiwan Railway and the Taiwan High-Speed Railway are the biggest train companies in Taiwan. And both of them are very friendly to all types of travelers. They make a special area for cyclists, so they can board the train with their bicycle. And they provide rotating seats on the train so travelers can face each other. And also they provide special kids compartment with nursing room. And also they take care of wheelchair user. They provide wheelchair user here, and they provide a great deal such as a rail pass to for region travelers. Pets, your cats, your dog are welcome to travel with their family too. And of course, we provide delicious meal box. People can enjoy it on the train. So now I would like to talk about how convenient the train can bring our life. So as you can see on the screen, there are so many different kind of transportation you can choose in Taiwan. And the Taiwan Railway is the oldest and the most important public transportation in Taiwan. With high coverage, people can easily go everywhere by train. Taiwan High-Speed Rail is the most time-saving transportation in Taiwan. It takes 90 minutes to transfer from Taipei to Kaohsiung, from the north to the south. Okay, and to travel around Taipei City, MRT is definitely the most convenient and inexpensive way. So, how and where do we buy the tickets? And then here, each train station has an information center to provide enough information and the support for the visitors. And you also can find more details on their website too. Taiwanese Tourism Bureau also provide a very useful and helpful information on their website. Of course, you can buy the ticket from my company, Edison Travel, and we are very happy to help you to buy the tickets before the guest arrival Taiwan. Okay, let's focus at the Taiwan Railway. The railway in Taiwan is composed by 7 lines, including 3 main lines, Western Line, Southern Link Line, and the Eastern Line, and the 4 sub-lines, Pingxi, Neiwan, Jiji, and Alishan. As I mentioned before, historically the train was built to ship resources. And even now, we can still see how it affects our lives in many ways. In Pingxi, we can see how a post-mining town become a tourist attraction, and people can enjoy flying sky lantern on the rail track. In Neiwan, here, in Neiwan, people come from everywhere to visit the famous Love Station, Hexin Station. And the Neiwan line is cross Hsinchu here. Cross Hsinchu here. Yeah, where the Hakka people lives. And to know the history of Taiwan, you will not to be missed here in Jiji line. The famous station is built by wood. It brings lots of tourists to the area, and not far from here is the biggest lake. You can see here, Salmon Lake, where the Thao people settle their lives. And Alishan Line, well, here. It's probably the most famous line in Taiwan, and where the Haineshan train station is located. And also people can experience the zigzag railway and by taking the special forest train. Okay. To speak of the train station, there are many unique stations in Taiwan. Some of them are giving slogan to highlight the features. For example, the most beautiful train station, Duoliang Station here. This one is in Taidong, and you can see the ocean. And also 10 train stations that you don't want to miss, and many more. Well, and there are also some special train stations that combine the local features, such as like this one, Hotong Station with Cat Village, Drayfen Station, and the Chenggong Station. Drayfen Station and the Chenggong Station, their train tickets combined together means success in getting a good grade, so it's very popular among students. And the Hainan Station we mentioned before, Zhushan, a subline of Alishan, And it's also very famous to see the sun rising viewing. And today, we have more train stations built to attract more tourists, like the station, Dongshan Station in Yilan, which looks like a trellis for melons. Okay, and the next page. Now, I would like to talk about the attractions that relate to railway. So let's start from northern Taiwan. There are National Taiwan Museum Railway Department Park, Xinpishi Coal Mine Museum, Taoyuan Railway Pavilion, Taiwan High-Speed Railway Museum, and the Shenao Rail Bike. And in central Taiwan, there are Miaoli Railway Museum, Old Museum Line Rail Bike, Taichung Overpass, Checheng Wood Museum, and the Railway Roundhouse in Zhanghua. Here, this one is very famous one for transporters. And in southern Taiwan, there are Hamashi Museum and Pier 2 Art Center, Kendrong Creative Park, Alishan Forest, and the Alishan Forest Jiayi Garage Park, and the Old Line Railway Bridge Wetland Park, or long name, and in Eastern Park. Eastern Taiwan, there are Taichung Railway Art Village, Hualien Railway Cultural Park, and the Luodong Forestry Cultural Garden. So you can see in the map, there's a lot of attractions related with railway. And also there's an important one, this one. National Railway Museum is already in preparation, which will open in 2026 and become the biggest railway museum in Asia. And we believe and we hope the border has opened by that time and the people can travel around the world. Okay, well, to talk about the COVID-19, as you know, Taiwan is doing well during COVID-19, and all the public transportation and company has safety measure to prevent the COVID-19. The preventive measure will be changed according to the situation. For example, the government has banned the eating on the train. So for now, we cannot eating on the train anymore. But it might be changed again. So, and here I would like to share a good news for you. This one. Oops. My company, Addison Travel, has just received the safe travel stamp by WTTC in Taiwan. Since 2020, the world cares a lot about healthy care and the safety, especially in tourism, especially in tourism industry. And we have quickly become aware of the importance and worked hard to improve our service to ensure our clients a safe and cheerful trip in Taiwan. By now, I believe you already have an idea about railway travel in Taiwan. And from the previous slide, you already know that travel in Taiwan is very safe. And the booking with Addison Travel will ensure you a safe and a comfortable trip. Over the 30 years, my company, Addison Travel, has organized many wonderful tours for rail fan groups. So you can see a lot of photos on the map on the screen. And since 2014, we have been received. You see more photos. We have received the TripAdvisor Traveler Choice Award 7 years in a row. So with our experience, we assure you to get the best service and the most memorable experience. So if you are looking for a professional team, I will say Addison Travel Service is your best choice. Oops. Okay, and in the end of today, and I'll say no matter you are transporters or not, Taiwan is the heaven for all type of travelers. So you are always welcome, and the trip will be very special memory to you and your guests. And Edison Travel, we're your best partner in Taiwan. So we can handle FIT and the group from 1 passenger to 1,000 even more. And we provide a regular sightseeing tour and tailor-made tour. And we also organize MICE tour, special tour like professional train tours, mountain climbing tours, hiking tours, bird watching tours, cycling tours, and Aboriginal tours, foodie tours, students tours, and well, many more. Any questions, let us know. So we are always here, and feel free to contact with us. And this is our number and our email address. So thanks for your time. Any question, just let me know. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank
I'm
you.
done.
Thank you. I've already made this railway that in Taiwan right now. So yeah, I definitely will back to Taiwan in the future, in few days after, I think.
Few days might be difficult. The future, I don't think it will be difficult.
Yeah, and Anthony, you're back.
Yeah, can you hear me all right now?
A little bit echo, but I think it's at work.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'll pass the time to you.
Yeah, can you see my screen share?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Finally. Okay, it's your time.
Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Anthony from Royal European Travel. It's a pleasure to be invited by the Taiwan Travel Bureau to make this presentation to you. We are in a special moment of resuming the international travel, which most of the travel firm has long been waiting for. There were more than 5,000 British sun seekers went on board to the sunny Portugal yesterday. The figure must be more than double from today. Taiwan is a country full of sunny spells, an unfound treasure island to British. And our cover page, this is the sunrise of Taiwan. Now, let me briefly introduce my company. Royal European Travel covers group tours and business tours, incentive and personal travel, VIP and corporate travel, and FIT, language learning education trips from the student and school groups. Now, today's topic is about our rail trips. As we have all different combination of rail trips. Now here I give you a typical 10 days trip from the UK. We are taking the high-speed rail, as you can see here. From day one, we are going to have this slide show you how we organize our typical rail journey in Taiwan. We first start from greeting in the Taoyuan International Airport on the day one. Our chauffeur pick up the clients from the airport to the hotel in the capital, Taipei. And on the day two is a city tour of the capital. We won't travel far, so the client feel relaxed and adjust their biological clock to the local time. And on the day three, our operative will take the group from the hotel to the Taipei high-speed train station, which is equivalent to King's Cross. From the Taipei train station, we depart from the ancient capital, Tainan. Tainan is a city full of cultural relics. It has been the political and cultural center before the Chinese and Japanese governments. Upon arrival, we will first check in the hotel and join the local tour. Try some Tainan delicacies. So on day four, so we won't cover too much about the food this week, as this will be our theme next week. On day four, we will further explore more about the city in depth. On day five, we will say goodbye to Tainan and head to the second largest city of Taiwan, Kaohsiung. Most likely we will take high-speed train, but if the group would like to try the local train, we could also take the local train to Kaohsiung. We will check in a hotel and begin our exploring of the city in the afternoon and evening. On the day 6, we will guide our clients to tour around the city in depth. And in the day 7, we will say goodbye to the South Taiwan and take high-speed train back to Taipei. We should arrive in Taipei in early afternoon and check in to the hotel. And this is a free afternoon for our group members to look around the city, by the tube, and they could do some shopping if they are interested. And on day 8, we will arrange the client to look at the culture of Taipei Museum, etc. On day 9, it's our last day. We will pick our clients to the airport and hope they have a special memory of our country. Next, I would like to play a few minutes of our video, how our rail trip is like. But because the computer was down, I will leave until the last. Now, this is how I introduce how our company and delegate team is like. This is our office in Taipei, and this is our team in Taiwan. And this is how you can find us here. And we have a UK number as well as WhatsApp. You can contact us by email, or if you have any questions, you can speak to us directly. We are always welcome to help you. Now, I will play a 2-minute video. So just hang on a second, you will be able to see how our rail trip is like. This is the high-speed train. This is the train, Taipei. The typical scenery of North Taiwan. This is the Keelung station, as I have introduced. We can do all combinations of your choice. And this is the cruise trip. This is some of the stations in South Taiwan. This one is a very cute little station. That's the seaside, the rainfall, and also the scenery. And this is a very tiny station of North Taiwan. This is Alishan Mountain. And this is the hot spring. And this is also the mountain. And that's the museum in Tainan. You could spend 1 or 2 days there. And that's the tube station in Kaohsiung, one of the hotel we use. And this is our contact. Now, Any questions?
Brilliant. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for your sharing. And like I said, usually said in previous webinar, our cycling, our mountain, or our railway is never only focus on something. You can see everything by different ways to have the tour in Taiwan. So if you have any kind of questions or any kind of opinions, you can put in the chat box, or you can turn on your camera and microphone and talk to us, talk to our partner directly. Hi, Neil.
Hello, could I ask a question about the sort of accommodation on the trains? Is there first class and second class, or are the trains so fast that there's no point in thinking about different classes of accommodation on the trains?
Ron, I think.
Okay. Well, if you talk about Taiwan train, no, there's no different class. But if you talk about Taiwan high-speed rail, yes, it's a business class. So depends which kind of train you are choosing.
Yeah, the thing is, the main island of Taiwan is not that big to need to sleep on it. So,
Because the train is not really far. So for example, if you take train from Taipei to Hualien, it's cost about 3 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah, the
only.
faster one is 2 hours. So
Yeah.
it's not really need to take the business class.
No, that's good to know.
Yeah.
You don't book business class much for tourists, then it's not
Yeah.
necessary. Yeah, so, good.
I think it's always better to stay in a 5-star hotel instead of on a train, right? So,
Yes, that's true. Yes.
so here's some question in chat box. Do you have a special railway passes for tourists, and have you got to purchase them before you arrive? Okay, so Ron.
Yes, we do have it. And as I mentioned before, we have a for region rail pass. So they combined Taiwan Rail and the Taiwan High Speed Rail. Normally it's a 5 day or 8 days. So you can buy the tickets through my company or from the website of the Taiwan Railway companies. So, and it's easy to buy it.
That's brilliant. Okay, let me share the screen for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony, would you please turn off your share screen? Thank you. Perfect. So you can see we have 3-day, 5-day, 10 days different train passes over here, or on the high-speed railway, we still have passes for that. But as you know, we only cost 90 minutes from north to south. So the pass is only for 2 days, 3 days, and 5 days. So this all depends on how many days you can stay in Taiwan. So you can choose different passes in Taiwan or before you got to Taiwan. And of course, you can buy these passes from our partners directly before you arrived. Okay. So, brilliant. So, any other questions? Okay. Just let you know if you've got any kind of questions, concern, or any opinion for the webinar or anything else about Taiwan, you can contact with us directly, and I will share all the information, including the presentation I do this morning with you afterwards. So here's something I would like to share. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Turn on your phone, and this is the link for the next webinar registration website. So if you did not book your seat yet, you can book it directly from here. And if you are really interested in our scenic area, in our railway system, and anything else about railway, there's a show on telly on this Friday night on Channel 5 called The Most Scenic Railway Journey on Channel 5 this Friday at 9 p.m. If you are really interested in our railway tour or any kind of scenic, or you just missing Taiwan, so you can turn on your telly on Friday night and join us, and you can share any kind of opinions about the show, about Taiwan, about everything with us anytime. So, okay. Dennis, you mischarged. Dennis, I won't take that as opinion. You just fly over, okay? Okay, now I would like to take a group picture. So would you mind to turn on your camera? Brilliant. Yeah, turn on your camera, and I would like to take a group picture of this webinar today. We still have one space, right? Anyone else would like to join us? Okay. And smile, smile, people, smile. Give me a big smile. Brilliant. That's wonderful. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us today. And as I said, you can get your following email afterwards. And we are holding another webinar next Tuesday on the same time. So we're talking about the indigenous culture in Taiwan, which you can only find in Taiwan. So see you next Tuesday and have a nice day today. So see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome to
Bye.
join the
Bye.
TV programs this Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Friday night.
yeah. You will see the beautiful scenery in Taiwan. Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you, guys.